Now in August, I was in Kenya. And out of the 3 weeks there, I spent a week at the beach. And while I was at the beach, it was nice and hot, 30 plus, I met Kazungu, the coconut man. So every day, Kazungu would come to us and sell us the coconut fruit, and he would open it up so we could drink the water. And he would stay there until we finished drinking the water so that he could scrape out that white, succulent meat, my favorite part. And as he came every day, and by the way, one coconut is 50 shillings, which is less than $1. So every day he would come and I'd get to know Kazungu, and I would ask him about coconuts and coconut tree and life at the beach, and we just would converse. But as he went on about coconut trees and coconuts, I realized that the coconut tree is such a great metaphor for being a resilient leader. So before I go on, I want you to watch this video, and I want you to pay close attention to the tree, and of course the way he climbs. So I didn't take it all the way of him climbing, and then he brings down the coconuts. So that's what he does every day. Now, as I sat outside the cottage that we were at, I noticed that when the high tide would come in, the winds would actually pick up, and the coconut trees would just sway back and forth, back and forth. It was very hypnotizing, very, calming too, right? And then one day that week, we had a big storm. And the wind picked up really bad, and the sand was just flying everywhere, and these trees were just going even more, like swaying back and forth, back and forth. So one day I asked Kazungu, I said, the roots of the coconut tree must be very deep for this tree to go this way and that way. And he said, no, the roots are not deep at all. He said, in fact, they're not even thick. They're very skinny. They're very like strings. But what they do is they clump together and they go far and wide, and they're actually right at the surface of the ground, and they go far and wide. And that is what gives the tree its nutrients and its stability. I said, but hold on now, because here I was counteracting what he was saying, right? I was like, wait. And he goes, but look at the tree, it's 80 to 90 feet tall, and it has a skinny trunk. I'm sure it snaps during high winds. So he said, Mama, look, when the tree grows, it adapts to its surrounding and its environment. And as it grows, it becomes flexible. So he said, don't take the sign of a skinny trunk as weakness. It's a sign of strength because it's adapted to be flexible. Interesting. And when he brought those coconut fruits down, I said, okay, Kazungu, now tell me, how long does it take for the coconut fruit, because it's this small when it's up there, to get this big? And he said, Mama, the way you like it, sweet water and thick coconut meat, 12 to 14 months. I said, okay. Resilient leaders are like the roots of their tree. Instead of succumbing to chaos and conflict, they provide growth and stability for the team by just being there. Resilient leaders are like the trunk of the tree. They adapt to their surroundings. They know it's imperative to adapt to their surroundings and be flexible, especially during times of change and challenge, and not be rigid, and be authentic and vulnerable, because it makes them better leaders and it enables others around them to lead better. Resilient leaders are patient, like the coconut fruit that takes 12 to 14 months. When they seed an idea or a vision, they know it'll take time for it to come to fruition. But during that time, they will tweak that idea until it is successful, because they reframe failure as feedback. So what I want you to do is give a high five to the person next to you and say, "You're a resilient rock star."